In this workshop, I want to show you how to carve this rosette, or what we carvers call a patera. A patera is a circular design with a central boss like this, and is used in ornamental and architectural carving quite extensively. I was inspired to show you this because of a huge stone rosette that Carrie and I saw in the Forum in Rome recently. Quite a stupendous piece of carving. And this sort of patera here would look great, very large, on a door or something like this. We've got a corner block here, so it's a square block of wood, and that will make it useful for anything like a fireplace where you have a rail coming along here and then the upright coming down here. So you can imagine this is the corner block in a fireplace, or a table leg, or perhaps a mirror frame. Or you can reproduce many of these and make them into a sort of moulding, a sort of frieze. I even know somebody who's making a gypsy caravan who would find this very useful. It's a great little project for learning because you'll see several things. You'll see the way the tools are used to make the carving, and also the step-by-step way in which this is built up. You know, when you see a carving like this, you think, oh, that's a bit complicated. But if you watch how I'm working step by step by step, you'll see this gradually come into being, and that's quite interesting. Here's my starting block, a piece of lime wood. It's 5.5 inches, which is 140 millimeters square, and it's about 1 inch thick, about 25 millimeters. So I've prepared this quite accurately. I'm going to hold it in the bench between two fences pushed in with the dogs in the bench and the bench vise. So we start with the drawing out, and the layout is quite important because this is quite a geometric sort of pattern really. So I'm going to draw diagonals first on this square. So those, when they cross, that should be exactly in the middle. So using my set square now, because I know the whole piece of wood is square, I can divide that again. Now at this point it's quite good to put in the circular part, the outline. So we're going to make this this rosette 4 inches, which is 100 millimeters wide. So I'll set that up here. So find the center of the wood. There is the outside, and while I'm at it I will put in the middle, which is about 3/4 of an inch, which is 18 mil. So if I do about 9 mil across here, so something like that. So there's our middle button or boss in the middle there. Oops. Now I want to subdivide these again, and the easiest way to do that is with your compass. So what you can do is you can make this more than halfway across, put in 2 lines like there and there, and we work our way around like this, and geometrically that has now bisected this distance. So we do this one here, another one over there, here, and then back to our ruler, and we know there's the centre, and we know when we pass through the centre we must come out the other side. Oops, so down the middle here, down the middle there. So this is now divided up, and that is really our starting grid. We've got an outside of the patera or the rosette, and we've got the little boss in the middle, and we've got it divided up into 16 different parts. The next step is to put in the main petals, and they'll go something like this here. Now we could use a template or something like that and draw these in, but a really good method, a really good carving way, is to actually use the tool itself to make this curve. So I would pick a gouge that goes from this point on the outer circle to the line here. Okay, and then just stab that in with a mallet. So that's an exact curve, and I can repeat that over here, and so on. So we've got to make sure you don't do the wrong direction. So I would probably do it actually like this. Okay, so I've got one to the whole thing here, so I don't make a mistake and put this the wrong way round as I might do. So here's the next one going in here. And what we're trying to do is get this curve here, this curve of the tool, to look as if it's actually going to run down into the division between the petals. So don't make it too flat. Get a nice curve that goes round. So we go round, and if we do this accurately, then every one should be in the same position. So work your way around like that. Then, using a pen and dagger grip, you can just relieve this a little bit by taking a cut like so, deeper here in the middle, at an angle, and sweep it round to come to the surface over here. So get it to this stage here where all the petals are defined, and then we're going to move on to do the petals on the inside.